Hello, 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 my people, our people. We're in for a long haul tonight. Got a twofer, week 29 and week 30. Since we didn't do last week, somebody was trying to get out of delaying it again, but no, we gotta get her done. So here we be. So we're gonna do like we did last time, right? Do 1 week.
Explain it next week.
And then the next week. Okay.
Yeah.
So reminder, week 29, which would have been last week, was something related to a sport or a physical activity. Anything that starts with G, a clock or watch, something sharp, a color associated with spring, and the bonus item was a candy wrapper or a cough drop wrapper.
They're totally the same thing.
No. Like, how did those even fit in the same category?
Oh, look, I found my big scissors.
Ugh. Yep, I just realized that I did not have my embossing powder down. So I'm grabbing for that.
It's okay. I pre-cut everything again this week. I forgot.
That's okay. I didn't, so. Well, I guess can't really say that because got a lot of die cuts this week.
Those don't count. They count. They don't count.
Did I tell you that I got my first Etsy sale?
You did not.
And it was Gail.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know. I'm like, so that'll be, a forever, a forever memory that my very, very first Etsy sale was to one of my favorite YouTubers.
Your core memory has been unlocked.
And she's like, and with your permission, I would like to share on my channel. I'm like, yes, please.
Oh, that exposure. You're networking.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that means, I gotta
They're gonna know. They're gonna know.
get my booty in here and get some, have some in back, or so that way when I get an order, I'm not scrambling to do them.
Yeah.
I just, grab and go, package them and send them.
Cut off the important part of that paper real quick because I'm going to use it to not glue my pages together. That looks really pretty on camera.
I'll do some of my preppy stuff first, people. This is my G. This is my clock.
I glued the wrong side, but that's okay.
You glued the wrong side?
Yeah, it just means it'll be upside down rather than the way I wanted it to be, but...
Ah, gotcha. I gotcha.
It's not one of our things if something's not upside down, or however she says that phrase.
Oh. Miss E?
Yeah.
You know me. I always got to put something upside down. Y'all were yelling at me, weren't you?
It's like a trademark at this point.
Yeah. That would be Miss Edith of Scrapbooking with Me.
That's okay. They're flowers. Can't tell.
Exactly. And that's kind of a Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. She says that all the time when she's fussy cutting stuff out. She's like, I don't worry about where the lines go because nobody but me knows what the flowers look like before I started cutting them.
There you go.
I'm like, good point. Very true.
Wow, that page is really crooked.
You got your new login stuff yet?
Nope.
No. Bummer.
To be fair, I did request the new information on a Friday, so.
Oh, that's true.
I will have to check the mail later just to make sure it didn't come in today, but.
Yeah, I really want to know what.
Requires walking upstairs.
Oh no, that's just like so much.
Such a chore.
It's funny, the aunt has medication for her feet. And it's like the dogs want nothing to do with her until she's got her medication on her feet, and then they want to lick her. She's like, no. It's like weird dogs. So I keep hearing, no, you can't lick me. What have you been up to?
Me?
Yeah.
Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing. Why not?
Been in a funk. Having a hard time getting motivation for a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of been in a rough headspace, but such is life.
I feel ya. I was just telling Aunt Donna earlier that I think the medication is helping a little bit because I feel less blah. But at the same time, I still am not. I'm still feel yucky. You know, I still feel unmotivated, but I'm less volatile. You know, less agitated, less grumpy.
Yeah.
So. Doing something, but I don't know if it's find out on Thursday when I have my follow-up if it's going to be a let's go another month and see how you do, or let's go ahead and increase. Well, for what it's worth, I had a blast in Idaho with all four of us together.
Which is good.
It was like, oh my God. There may or may not have been a couple Pierre Pants episodes. There was definitely a lot of how many brains does it take to screw in a light bulb type thing?
I had a moment like that at work not too long ago.
Oh, I hear Aunt Donna snickering. She can hear me.
Oh, we have a.
Oh. Hi, Cali Girl on Fire.
On fire.
You know who that is? Keep that to yourself.
Sounds painful.
Did you hear me?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good times.
Anyway.
Do you remember way back when we had the blue van and we were at Aunt Debbie's and we all like loaded up in the van? You kids were all sitting on the floorboard of the van and we went out to the beach.
Girl, I don't even remember breakfast half the time.
That's true. Well, anyway, us 5 adults piled into Aunt Debbie's new car and we went out to that lake, and then Richard, Christopher, and Stasia followed out in his car. But oh my gosh, so 3 adults in the back seat of Aunt Debbie's car. We are fighting with the seat belts. It is definitely not made for adults. And it was like, we had to one person get in, and then the next person in the middle get in and buckle, and then the last one gets to get in.
Wait, is that the trip where I caught the spiky fish that I refused to touch and Richard had to take it off the hook for me?
Possibly.
That's the only trip to any kind of lake I remember. And that's the only part of it I remember was Richard having to take the fish off the hook for me.
That would be my guess if I had to venture a guess, because any fishing you would have done at Aunt Karen's, I think you would have been way too young to remember.
I remember going swimming off the dock at Aunt Karen's and a fish touched my foot and I never got back in.
I do remember that. Yeah, it was probably at Round Lake when we all went. But yeah, instead of taking multiple cars, we just all piled in the van. It was pretty funny. But yeah, we had a good time at that lake. The sisters got pictures of a bald eagle and an osprey in flight side by side.
Nice.
Richard caught a ton of fish. Go figure, right? Mr. Fisherman. Lots of fun and laughter. Lots of laughter.
That's always good.
Had a really good time. There was actually a point of me bringing up the lake, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, seatbelts. The seatbelts was what it. And then I don't remember where we were headed. Maybe it was when we were coming home. I don't remember. But Tom was in the front seat, and me, Karen, and Donna were all in the back seat. Well, the seatbelt, Karen was in the middle, and it starts like choking her. So she reaches down, hits the button to unbuckle herself just so she could breathe. Well, then she started feeling unsafe and tried to buckle herself back in while we were driving. And she's like trying to shimmy herself around and try to get, and then I feel my buckle go thunk. I go, Karen, you just unbuckled me. She was like, so now we're struggling, driving down the road, trying to get 2 of us buckled into this very tight space. It reminded me a lot of when I was working for KH and trying to buckle 3 car seats into the back seat of my car all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it to the side, buckle it, and then shove it in and hope the door closes.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is fun.
I remember.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we laughed. I don't think any of us had laughed so hard in a very long time.
I had one of those moments not that long ago. I mean, it was pretty long ago.
It took
back when
me
Mina was
and
still
Aunt
five.
Karen. It took me, Aunt Karen, and Uncle Tom to figure out how to open a wine bottle without a wine bottle opener.
Dude, I'm a master at that.
We used a screw.
Yep. And a fork?
Nope, we used a screw, a wooden spoon, and a pair of pliers.
Well, that's one way to do it. You can also just heat the neck of the bottle. Now, that takes a while, but it does work. You can put it in a shoe and then bang the shoe on the ground.
Well, Karen is spoiled, and she has those kind of tools at her disposal, so I don't think she knew those tricks, and I'm not a wine drinker, so I didn't know those tricks. Debbie doesn't drink anymore, so she didn't have a bottle opener. So, yeah, we just improvised as best we could. It was actually Tom's idea to put the screw into the screwdriver. Which was pretty ingenious.
Oh, what's that stamp? Ah, that's a Christmas stamp. I don't want that.
Not unless it's got oh, that's the next prompt. I say not unless it looks like stitches.
Well, then I completely missed that prompt, so I'm gonna have to draw mine on. But you know what?
That's right. It says real drawn or stamped. You know, I didn't think about a base. Ugh.
Because why not?
Do what?
Just adding ink, because why not?
Ah. Yeah,
I'm just feeling a little empty paged right now.
Ugh. I need to hire one of those like maid services. I've come to that conclusion. Just to come in and, you know, do my craft room, but you know, it needs to be one of those companies that, you know, come in and create space by, you know, like Closet Maid, where they come in and they put shelving and all the stuff into your closet to make room in your closet.
Yeah.
I need one of those kind of people, but to come into my craft room.
Ooh, dropping stuff.
Because I'm really lost at how to
Organize.
yeah, how to put stuff away, because I don't have my organization is full. All my space is full, so I'm like, I got all the stuff that I need to put away, and I don't know where to I got nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's going to be, those are my sewing scissors. Let's not use those on paper. What are you doing?
Looking through my little things here. Keep that on.
So far, so cute.
I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm just feeling a little empty, so I'm gonna find some other stuff. But the problem is like the most readily available stuff that I have here is space themed. Now, not that there is any sort of problem with that, but it doesn't really help me right now.
Oh, come on. You couldn't figure out how to make this all space themed.
I probably could have. Honestly, surprised this book isn't filled with more pandas in space.
True. Oops, my garbage can is covered. When you said feeling a little empty, I was gonna say, like your soul.
Absolutely, especially lately. Okay, I'm filling the void with coffee. I've only had like 6 cups this week. It's fine.
Well,
That's
yesterday I think Aunt Donna said she had 4 cups of coffee, so she was a little
loosey goosey.
sprung.
I've had less than 1 cup a day. I'm doing fine. Never mind the fact that it's the largest cup that they sell.
Mm-hmm. Where did I see that commercial when it says when you're only allowed to have 1 glass of wine?
Get it in a big gulp.
And it's like a huge wine glass that's like 4 feet tall.
Heck yeah.
It reminds me of the Tahoe trip after Debbie and Dan got married, and I told your dad, I promised him I wouldn't drink too much, especially since I was a minor. But I'm like, I won't drink that much. I won't drink a lot. Well, I used one of the coin cups that was like big around and like these tall. And that was my 1 drink. I'm like, I told you I was only going to have 1. I stayed true to my word. I only had 1.
For some reason, is like the same energy as when my doctor put me on a clear liquid diet, which, if anybody ever needed to know, does not include vodka, despite it being a clear liquid.
No.
But I don't drink hard liquor anymore.
I could never figure out when I had my gallbladder surgery. I was supposed to be on a clear diet for like the first 3 days, but when they bring me the menu for clear liquid diet, it had cream of wheat on it. I'm like, how is cream of wheat a clear liquid?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. I didn't want to live on chicken broth for 3 days, but I'm like, how does that count as a clear liquid?
Like Jell-O, that one always baffled me because, one, Jell-O's not. Anyway, it's also disgusting. But I know when I was on my clear liquid diet, they're like, you could eat Jell-O, and I was like, no thanks, I'd rather starve. Jell-O is disgusting. Unless you're eating it through a straw, and then it's only worth it because it's hilarious.
You might be the only person that eats Jell-O through a straw. Just saying.
Fine, okay? It's the neurospiciness.
I hear giggles coming from the living room.
What's the date today?
23rd.
23.
Are you done already?
I told you I pre-cut everything.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait for me then, because
I was gonna. Oh, this is.
I'm fighting with my glue. It's not wanting to. Not wanting to flow very well.
So 23.
23.
I'm going on like 3 months with no hard liquor, so
Whoop whoop.
stick that in your bottle and drink it.
That's wet. I need a dry wipe. And I really need to put this bottle of vinegar somewhere else than on my computer desk because I keep trying to pick it up and take a drink out of it.
Ew.
It's clear and it's in a bottle that's got a lid on it. I'm like, that is not a bottle of water.
Clear liquid diet.
and I'm sure it would clear things out.
Oh, hey, I found that flashlight that's supposed to be in my car. Not me getting distracted. Leave me alone.
Scrap. It is. Can't find any of my rags. So, I'll just take a piece of fabric. Just needed something to squish with.
Be nice if I could find any of those 7 Sharpies that I've accidentally stolen from work, too.
Oh. Why? Why would you ever be able to find them?
I know. That's how I end up with so many of them. Oh, you want to hear a funny story about yesterday?
Yeah.
As I was Snapchatting Jared while he was at work, he committed the cardinal sin.
Uh-oh.
He said crochet needles.
Oh, did you slap him one for me?
I was like, I'm trying really hard not to be that person. And he's like, what did I do? What did I do? And I was like, hooks. They're called hooks. Needles are for knitting. And then it was a whole rant from there. And he was just like, I thought it was funny.
So he did it on purpose?
No. He thought me ranting about it was funny.
Oh, okay. I'm like, dude.
He knows, though. He now knows that the F is the superior hook. So.
I always preferred H.
F.
That's why I have so many lost.
That's why you never had an F hook, because I stole them all.
Yep.
It's all about that F hook. 3.75. Let's go. But somebody was using, this all started because I watched a TikTok video and this chick was using a 1.75 or a 1.5 to crochet with acrylic. The hook's too small.
Yeah, that would be like for thread. Embroidery
Yeah.
thread.
And he's like, what do you mean? He was sitting next to me while I was watching it, and I was like, he's like, what do you mean? Okay, buddy, you have no clue what you just started, because that means I had to pull out my entire box of crochet hooks to show him the difference between the 1.5 and the 3.75, which turned into, this is my favorite hook. These ones have pretty handles.
Yeah, you have a whole collection.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I think Muzz uses G. I think that's her preferred.
Also, inlines are the best, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
If I remember correctly. But she also follows the directions when the yarn tells you to use a specific hook. That's what she uses.
What's that like?
And a pattern that says use this number yarn. That's pretty much what she uses.
I don't know what that means.
And me neither.
It's this size or it's this size. Those are my two sizes.
Somebody else prefers G. I'm H. I use H on almost everything.
It's okay to be wrong.
Hey, now.
But also, how pretty are these?
These are very pretty.
I love flowers. Okay, anyway, I'm going to put those away.
How much crocheting are you getting done?
It depends. Are we talking collectively?
I'm talking completing.
Do you want to talk collectively?
I guess.
Not a lot.
That's how you feel you need to answer the question.
I keep starting projects, and then I set them down, and I don't remember where I set them down, so I start a new project. And if that doesn't say anything about my ADHD, I don't know what will. I guess I can accept a G hook, though, because it's only one size away from an F.
Yeah. Fs are too small for me. That's why I never worked with baby yarn and stuff, because the hooks are too small.
Oh, that Bernat blanket yarn, though?
You don't crochet with that with an F, do you?
No. That's usually an I.
I was going to say, how do you do that? Because that baby yarn is
thick.
Crazy thick.
It's one of my favorite yarns to work with, though. I literally have some at my feet as we speak. Oh, just chilling.
Just chilling. And I'll have to check in with Muzz because we were doing a live stream and somebody asked her to do the big African flower tarantula.
I want to make one so bad.
And I'm like, I have the pattern.
How fun would it be to make out of this?
And I go, it's a good yarn
buster.
stash buster. if you want it to be super colorful. And PMR was like, yeah, I want it really colorful. And his name is going to be Skittles.
Oh, that's awesome. Instantly friends.
She messaged me and she's like, so I sent her the pattern.
I might have to have you.
I want to see it when it's done because I haven't made one and now I don't crochet anymore.
I started making a tarantula, but he currently only has one leg.
Well, then he's not really a tarantula.
Houdini had 3 legs.
That's true. That's true. And when you get your own place, are you going to bring Ripley home? Or does he get to keep her?
I would love to, but I don't even know if he still has her, which I would hope so, considering that's my spider, but
right.
I don't really get updates on the spiders, and I mean, that's kind of a two-way street. He doesn't update me and I don't ask, so but
I remember who I was talking to about Ripley the other day, and I'm like, yeah, that's like around.
She had a 9-inch leg span as an adolescent. She was bigger than my face. But I chose to leave the spiders with him just because I am not very familiar with care and maintenance. So at least she'd be alive over there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, fair.
And I'm not sure how Glenn would have felt about having the tarantulas.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah, just one.
No, I would only take one, is what I mean. I would take Ripley, and the rest would stay.
Well, I know, but you probably would have had to choose between the spider or the lizards.
True. And now I have none of them.
If he allowed the spider at all.
Yeah. I miss my
yeah, it wouldn't be allowed with me.
She's
no spitters.
Beautiful. Okay.
No spitters. I'm feeling naked.
That was my problem too. So I just grabbed a bunch of random stuff and started gluing it to the page. Okay. I'm gonna. While you're doing that, I'm gonna disappear for a second and I'll be right back. Run to the bathroom.
Run to the bathroom. The bathroom that flushes. Yay! The bathroom at her place just recently decided to have complications and wouldn't flush. So she spent a couple nights in a hotel. Apparently Mina really loved because she got to go play in the pool. And then Sam was having to use the bathroom at work. And then Mina came and stayed with us over that weekend. And by the time we got Miss Moo home, the bathroom was fixed. But it's like, yeah. And Sam was sick at the time as well. It was like great time for the bathroom to break. That was when I messaged my sister and said, hey, you know kidneys. Can you look at these test results and tell me what you think? Oh, I guess I didn't realize I was off camera. So I have this roll of wallpaper that I got at a Muster Brothers auction a couple weeks ago. You guys some of you might have watched me do the unboxing. But I'm just cutting the flower out because I want something in here. And it still goes with the spring feel. Well, she must have really had to go. Okay. Throwing those away. Okay.
Hey,
I
you
feel
found
like
something to fill the space.
Huh?
You found something to fill the space.
I did, but now I feel like it's too big.
That's what she said.
So, did you ever get an answer from about tomorrow? I know you were in mid negotiation when we went live, but
Yeah, he said he'd be fine if I picked her up.
okay. So we'll head up after we drop your dad off at work, and then you'll go grab her from Erica's and meet at the park.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wonderful timing, huh? For your dad's truck to go into the shop to get like a full-on overhaul.
My car's not far behind.
I'm like, gee, thanks. Could have been any other week of the 52 weeks out of 2024. No, it had to be this week. How did I have this? I don't remember. I think I went this way. I'm gonna go that way. Okay, so got that planned anyway. So drop your dad off and head over. And I'm in the process of re-uploading my silent video. I don't know if you watched it, but my trip to Idaho.
I didn't.
Drive-in chat. Apparently, it uploaded in silence.
Interesting.
So Aunt Donna told me there was no sound, and then I went to check comments, and Steven had said, apparently there's no sound. And I'm like, yeah, Aunt Donna just told me that. And then, but I wasn't going to fix it because it was like, it took 4 days for it to upload the first time around. I was like, screw it, it's just going to be silent. And then this morning there was a comment on there about somebody said, being whatever, said something about, just as boring as in real life or something like that. I'm like, yeah, it's a boring drive for some people. So,
I like driving.
I couldn't figure out why there was no sound on it. So I just resent it to CapCut. It's in I had, did the 180 flip on it, and now it's exporting again so that I can upload it back to YouTube. But I'm like, what a pain in the Katushi.
Katushi.
That would be your daughter's fault. Have you never heard her say that?
No.
Yeah, she tells my Katushi, I fell. And I go, did you fall on your booty? She goes, I fell on my Katushi.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's a fun little word. I don't know. I might have taught it to her and she just, but I don't remember it. I don't know. Or she might have taught me. I'm not sure which. Why is there a duck in my living room? Somebody's playing with a duck call.
Quack, quack.
Exactly. Okay. I'm going to call it good. Oh, shit. Shoot.
Oh.
I glued my prompt up inside my pocket.
Uh-oh.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go my ego. Oh, there we go. Guess I better let it dry better. Okie dokie. So what's we got? Something related to a sport or physical activity.
So mine is doubled up. I have gardening, which is both a physical activity and you can kind of consider it a sport, and also starts with a G. But
Oh,
gardening.
good gardening. So I've been getting baseball updates from cousin Nicole's team. She's coaching the her kids' team. And so I've been getting baseball updates. So I got somebody sliding into a base and a pitcher.
I love
my
pitching.
little die cuts down there.
They really did not like me pitching, though. I have a wicked throwing arm.
That's where your daughter gets it.
She's got a heck of a swing, though, too.
Yes, she does. Something that starts with a G. You said gardening. Do you have anything else with a G?
I do. I have, again, a double, but I have the word green apple. Well, words green apple. Green, obviously, starts with a G. But I also have my little gummy rings, which are both my candy wrapper and also go in with the G's.
I forgot my gummy wrapper. Or my candy wrapper. And Donna gave me a piece of candy to use. My G is a gold. I embossed with gold powder a little ribbon.
Gold medal.
Gold medal. A clock or what?
Driving me insane.
Do what?
So these mosquito bites are driving me insane. Like half this video has been me itching.
Uh-oh.
I got mosquito. It was worth it. I saw a bear.
I was saying, is that from when you went huckleberry? Where'd you go huckleberry picking?
Over by Jubilee Lake. We went up to, there's a campground nearby there. We went up by the campground and into the forest.
Oh, how fun.
My car hated that drive.
Yeah.
And yeah, now my cruise control doesn't work, so I don't know what happened there, but that car's just falling apart.
Glue you down. Glue you and hold you. So a clock or a watch. I have one of my backwards die cuts, but I glued it upside down so the clock is going in the right direction.
I have clocks, and I also have sundials because it just felt like they fit in better.
Yes. I chose not to get it back into my steampunk folder because I've been using those a lot in a lot of my collages. So I thought, let's
Wait, that's a problem?
Let's branch out a little bit. So I have my little clocks down here and a gear. Something sharp.
I used a bee stinger.
Oh.
Also, there was a bee in my car on that trip. He took a drive with us.
I know. Apparently he thought he should be able to teleport. What's it? Not teleport. What's the?
He was trying so hard.
When you metaphase through a solid object.
Yeah, I think you pretty much summed it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just vibrate through it like the Flash.
Yeah. Since I had my Sizzix out, I have a diaper pin.
Oh.
And I use my embossing powder to make it silver, and then it's blue up on top because we got to have those spring colors.
Love it. Nice tie-in.
What?
Said nice tie-in.
The color associated with spring.
Now, my first thought was yellow, so I have a whole page of yellow over here, but I also think of, okay, to be fair, when I think of spring, I think of pastels, but pink and yellow are the first colors that I think of when I think of spring. So I have pink flowers and yellow flowers.
Yeah, I was kind of doing the same thing when I was going through my clocks. I had yellow, I had some tans, and then the pink. I was like, tan doesn't really scream.
That's more autumn.
Spring to me. Yeah, it's more fall. So I was like, pink it is. But then everything else turned out to be, tied in pink anyway.
Yeah.
So my pink, I did my textured paper, which is not for this prompt.
That's okay. It's just the spring colors.
Okay. This was actually something, oh my gosh, that was totally for next week's. Something associated with the place that you visited. This was for Aunt Debbie's birthday.
That's okay.
Okay.
Nobody will know other than the fact that you just told everybody.
Yep. Sport activity, G, clock watch, something sharp, color associated with spring, pink, 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 greens. And then a bonus candy wrapper or a cough drop wrapper. I have my Jolly Rancher wrapper that Aunt Donna gave me earlier today.
I have my green apple gummy rings.
Ooh.
Very shiny. There we go.
And then my little birthday banner is my up tuck for my prompts.
Up tuck. What's up, tuck?
What's up, tuck? Dang, now what am I going to do for something associated with specific place and tech? Oh, okay. Plan B.
Pause. I hate when you do this, though. I never know how to entertain people.
Please hold.
Oh, I had pink right here, too. I forgot about that. See? Your brain does things for a reason.
Boop. Okay. Ow. My hip popped. See if I can knock stuff onto my head again.
I'm still in shock, in a good way, that I saw a bear. I've never seen a bear in real life before. That was the first time I'd ever seen a bear. Well, not that I can remember anyway. And it was a little baby. Like, it was adolescent, I should say. So I was driving very carefully to make sure Mama didn't jump out in front of my car.
Well, yeah, because where there's a baby, there's a mama.
Yep.
Usually.
But yeah, because it's woods, or like it's forest on both sides of the gravel road that we were on. And so I'm like doing like 5 miles an hour on this gravel road because I don't live where there's nature. So I was enjoying it. We even stopped to take pictures. It was awesome. Driving down this little gravel road, and he hopped out of the forest, ran across the road, and then hopped into the other forest, which I don't want to think about where he went because it was a pretty steep drop off.
Well, and it makes me wonder where Mama was.
Yeah. And bunnies. We saw a lot of bunnies.
Oh.
I wanted to catch one. They told me not to get out of the car to get the bunnies.
Apparently your dad saw a bunny in Allison's yard.
Bunnies. It's cottontail season.
Yup.
And they're so cute. I want to take them all.
Okay, so that was a flubber. That was a bonus.
Extra bonus.
Ay. Okay, week 30. Where did my prompts go?
Oh, I forgot to turn my page.
In my bucket where they belong.
Oh, gotta reach.
Do you need some Bengay for it?
Yeah. Have you been gay? Yeah, pretty much my whole life. My pages are getting to the point where they don't stay open.
I'm going to order a book. Well, I'm going to use it as a book weight, but it's listed on Temu as a bookmark because it's got magnets on both ends.
Oh.
You wrap it around the page and it bookmarks around the page like this. But opened up, it's 9 inches. It's like 9.54 inches long. And I'm like, that'll be perfect for holding a book open.
Yeah.
So
I usually have a clip that holds mine, but it fell somewhere.
It falled.
It falled.
We're gonna go Petrie. It falled.
Yep. All right.
That was cousin Stephanie's character.
We gonna go over the prompties.
She loved Ducky. Something associated with a specific place you visited. Something ornate. Textured paper. A flower or plant. A clothing tag. And bonus item is a sewing stitch, either real, drawn, or stamped. I cut my paper down to size. You what?
I feel so far away. I'm actually at a table now instead of a desk.
What? What are you doing at the table?
No. Things that make sense. What the heck, man?
It didn't even dawn on me that you weren't sitting at your desk.
I want to go on this side or go. I don't think I want to go on this side.
I'm surprised that your arm will attach to the table. Actually,
it's a pretty interesting endeavor. Keeping it up there. I mean, to be fair, it's not that much different. It was tied to my desk, so it's not like it's that much different.
Okay.
Because, yeah, the little arm that holds my camera is quite janky, to say the least.
Janky.
But I bought it years ago for like $5 at Walmart. It's been chewed up by a dog. It's been dropped. It's been moved. It's been a lot of things. So, considering it's still holding on at all is quite impressive.
True. Very true. I'm still kind of going, wow, I totally used the wrong prompt. Ain't I special?
Aren't we all a little special?
Have you moved that just since Mina's been with her dad?
Yeah. I mean, it's only been this way for, I don't know, maybe a week.
That was why I was asking. I was thinking, how is that staying up with, the little Tasmanian devil running around?
Yeah. It's definitely not a permanent solution. The initial thought was I was going to rearrange my entire setup, which included moving the monitor and the tower and everything. And then I realized I kind of don't want to do that.
No?
No. A lot of work. Working.
Because it was too much work, or because it was like, oh yeah, that's logistically not going to work?
Both. Because I want to rearrange my entire room, but the thing is, rearranging my entire room also requires me to do this really weird thing called cleaning it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
It also requires adequate storage.
Yes.
Which, like myself, is sorely lacking for you.
Storage? What's that?
I know. You're even worse shape than I am as far as storage goes.
Space? What?
The final frontier. Hey, Coley. Nicole says hi. I don't know if you can see her comment.
I can't, actually. Hello? I don't know where you are, but hello.
Nicole Cocomoli.
Interesting. Why can't I see it?
I don't know. All right. Do you have your YouTubes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. There.
The last comment I can see is that I prefer G Hook too. That's the last comment that I have.
Weird.
Huh. But hello.
Cuzzy. Hey, Cuzzy.
Sup, cuz?
Sup?
Let me.
Let me
restart here. See if that helps.
Oh, yeah, it might have to.
Nope, it did not. Interesting.
Still not showing you the comments, huh?
Mm-mm.
Weird. Very, very weird.
Gosh darn it. I wanted to.
Gosh darn it.
Wanted to glue that other piece down before that one. I forgot.
Oh.
I started glue on that one.
Yeah, she said, hi, Auntie Laura and Cuzzy Sam. And hi, Mom, if you are there.
Sort of. She's around.
She's around. We haven't said anything funny in a while. I'm not hearing her laughing from the living room.
Well, better kick it up a notch.
Uncle Chris might be distracting her with something else that he put on TV, though. Because it currently says, Mike, it currently says only one person, now two people watching. It said it only had one person watching, which I had assumed would have been you. What?
I'm still getting comments because I can still see Cali Girl commenting.
Weird. The only time I know that that kind of stuff happens is if you've got the person blocked. There would be no reason. There'd be no reason you'd have Nicole blocked.
I have nobody blocked on YouTube. This is the only time I'm ever on it. I have no reason to block anybody yet. Gotta work up some fame before that happens. I gotta go through my first cancellation phase. Cause some drama.
Mike, do you even know how to block people on YouTube?
No. I'm sure I could figure it out. I've just never had to, so.
Yeah, it's really not that hard. I only have one person blocked on my YouTube.
I have a feeling I know who it is.
Oh. Ow! There's a little F next to her name. That means my live is actually streaming from Facebook.
Oh, see, okay. So maybe only you can
that?
see your comments because Cali Girl can't see them either.
Right. See? Because there's a little F next to her name. You can see me pointing at it on the screen.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, howdy do, strangers. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people on your Facebook I don't know.
How do you do? I know. I was like, well. After the last time when it was like trying to do it from Facebook when I didn't want it to, I'm like, well, let's see if it'll work. Apparently it's working. First time I tried it said I couldn't do it because I didn't have 1,000 followers. So weirdness. almost forgot my fake stitches.
Oh, me too, apparently.
That is cool. That was something for me to watch for, but if it's got the little F next to their name, then I know they're on my Facebook Live. It kept telling me my Instagram was live, but then it never showed, it tells me at the end that, your hour is up and, I can only stream for an hour on Instagram. But then when I go to the Instagram, it never shows that I was ever live. So I can't figure that out either. So I didn't bother trying to connect it through Instagram this time. Wonder what they're watching out there. Being up at Aunt Debbie's, I discovered that me and your aunts, we all kind of have very similar. Like, I didn't know that Aunt Debbie watches Alone or Naked and Afraid.
Ah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't realize that because my cousin Vinny was a favorite movie of like all of my sisters. Well, at least Debbie and Karen. I don't remember if Donna said she liked it, but it was like, I know. I'm like, I didn't know. I guess that's what happens when, you don't see each other for a decade or more.
You want to know something that was crazy to me? In a very like, oh wow, that doesn't surprise me kind of crazy way. You want to know who was on Love After Lockup this season?
Oh, Auntie Donna logged in through Facebook.
Currently, Miss Gypsy Rose Blanchard is making her re-entry into society by jumping right into reality TV. And making a TikTok, which is never a good idea.
I don't know why you're robot-y for me.
Well, that means you heard nothing of what I said. Let me know when you can hear me again.
Any of my other listeners, can you please confirm whether she's coming clear for you? Or if it's just me?
That means I have to keep talking. Dang it.
Oh.
Oh.
I think you're clear again.
Okay. Did you hear what I said though?
No.
I said, do you want to take a wild smack at who was on the latest season of Love After Lockup?
No.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is on Love After Lockup.
Really?
Uh-huh. She's pretty active on TikTok too, which is what I was saying earlier before you couldn't hear me. Yep, she was released this year, I think, beginning of this year.
I knew she was released, but
it's already proving to be a bad idea. Not my opinions.
I haven't really followed her case, but I find it rather interesting that she's been on a money-making train since she got out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's about money.
And she got a free nose job, and she got her hair done for free, and then she was married, and then she was divorced, and now she's getting married again, and I guess now she's pregnant, and it's like, bruh.
Well, the current season of Love After Lockup is currently playing, so she must be filming for the next season.
I don't know, because there's already clips on TikTok, so I'm not sure.
Huh.
That's how I found out, as I was just scrolling through TikTok. Because she has a TikTok account, and it
Right.
is the saddest, cringiest thing I've ever seen. But what can you say when you've spent your whole life in jail? You don't really know how to interact with society at that point. Now, I'm not claiming I'm any less socially awkward, but dang, I'm not on the internet. In fact, I make an effort. I make an active effort to avoid society.
I'm like, did you literally just say, I'm not on the internet while on the internet?
Yeah, I did. What are you going to do about it? I don't have a prominent internet presence. How about that?
There, that's better. Because otherwise you sound like somebody else.
I'm going to take
I logged off the internet while streaming from IG.
I'm going to take a long, well-deserved break from the internet and then stream for 6 hours straight.
Yeah. Okay. I have my week 30.
Okay. I'm just adding some stitches and then I'll be done.
Okay.
Dang, these markers bleed. I love them.
Yeah, I'm debating on whether or not to invest in some Stabilo markers.
Stabilo markers?
Are just pencils that like the ones that Pam uses. They're like charcoal pencils that are activated by water.
Oh, I have some watercolor pencils somewhere.
Yeah, so she uses them just to outline stuff, and then just gets more water and runs around it. It gives it a nice shadow around her images.
Mm-hmm.
I went shopping for Kitty in my craft room because she was talking about she had a set of the Copic knockoff alcohol markers on her wish list. Hey, Richard. Oh, Richard's coming in from Facebook as well. Sweet. And they were on her wish list, and she was hoping to be able to buy them within a couple months. And I was like, I have a set that are collecting dust.
I have a bunch.
I go, just send me your address, and I will send you the markers. And the more we talked, I'm like, yep, I have that collecting dust. And I go, how about if I just send you a box of supplies?
I don't know where my other box went, though. I have like a big old box of alcohol markers, and then I have that small box right there.
Well, and it turned out to be perfect. She was going to pay me shipping, and then she got busy and forgot, and I sent the box anyway. And she's like, "Oh, as soon as her husband gets home, I'll send you the money." And I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I said, because by then I realized that it was her birthday as well, and I'm like, "Happy birthday!"
Yeah. Oh.
I sent her like an organizer that I had, a desk organizer I had here that was just taking up space and collecting dust, and my watercolor pencils, the alcohol markers. I sent her a bunch of Kitty die cuts and some bling and a couple stamps. And I'm like, well, if I'm filling a box and it's a one cost shipping, I'm going to fill the box.
Yeah.
So I put all kinds of stuff in there for her, and I said, happy birthday. So, and it didn't even, and Muzz was like, And you probably don't even notice the difference. Nope, didn't even make a dent. On our swap box, the craft box, the 12 by 12 scrap box, swap box that I was doing, we decided we're going to send another one and go in reverse order. So rather than being first this time, I'll be last.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
You're going to see all the fancy stuff.
Yeah. Originally, our original idea was to send the same box back and forth. So that way, when it gets back to us, we would be able to see like what we put in that was no longer in the box.
Yeah.
But I think the originator misunderstood that. And so she started a completely new box. But I'm like, whatever. However we do it, it's fine with me. It's fun regardless. But I'm like, I could do a box like this a dozen times over and still not make a dent in my room.
Yeah.
So, even when I put more in than I take out, it doesn't look like I moved anything. Oh, I see you still gluing. Oh, nice frame.
Wonder if that'll move around in there like it's supposed to.
What do you mean?
Oh, because the moon is just... It doesn't really move, but that's okay.
It wasn't glued down?
No.
Oh.
There's a window.
I can see the... Oh, it looked like plastic.
The moon?
It looked like you had like acetate on the frame.
I do. See?
But the moon's not glued down?
No. So the moon is underneath the plastic.
Right.
And I was hoping that it would be loose enough that it would just kind of wiggle around in there. But
gotcha.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Are you finito?
Yeah.
No, you were just kind of dilly-dallying, adding stuff.
Finito.
Finito. My finger hurts. I burned my finger. On a tortilla. It hurts. So, last minute change for me because, as usual, I used some of the stuff that was supposed to be on this one, on the last one. Something associated with a specific place you visited. I used my background beach computer paper about going to the beach with the siblings and the nephew and the great nephew and the great niece and the spouse, the brother-in-law. So I have my little beach in the background.
Mine's a lake because I was talking a little bit earlier about going to the campground with my friends. And so I have a lake. I saw a bear. I will knock it over that.
So while it's not specifically about the place, it represents it on both of ours.
Yes. I could have just put a big old bear there, I guess.
You could have. Couldn't have used a panda bear, though.
It's all interpretive, right?
That's a little too freely interpreted.
Okay, well, when I finally get to see a panda in real life, I might actually die of a heart attack. So
you might.
As long as I get to cuddle it. Little babies. I want to cuddle a baby panda. Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
I don't know why we're squeaking. I just wanted to join in.
No, it was the squee. You know, when
squee.
You're so happy that you squee.
Pandas. That's definitely me with pandas. Yeah. An obsession. Okay, it's just a passion.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't have 6 of them on my bed. Leave me alone.
Or an entire shelf. Windowsill.
No, I had to take the shelf down, okay? And as
Doesn't
soon as I
mean
had
you don't own them. You still
as
have
soon
them.
as soon as I had to take the panda shelf down, I needed something to fill the space with. Did it happen to be more pandas? Yes. Yes, it did.
Just because you can't see them doesn't mean you don't have them.
There's 2 boxes out there full of pandas.
Doesn't make them not gone.
I filled my panda space with pandas. It's okay.
Yep. So something ornate. This is like the 3rd time I think we've had ornate.
Yeah.
Something ornate in this challenge.
I know at least one, and I can flip directly to it because it holds the page open. Something ornate.
What week was that?
January 30th. 4?
Well, what's your card say, silly?
I don't keep them on there.
Oh.
I just keep the prompts and the cute little squiggly at the bottom.
January 30th?
I would assume that's week 4. I guess I can just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Week 5.
Oh, week 5. Oh yeah, there's my ornate things.
And stitches too. We had stitches on this one. Well, a sewing item.
That's funny.
You like pandas.
So I have some old-fashioned handkerchiefs, lace handkerchiefs, that were printed out as stickers forever ago. I went digging through some of my lost stuff, looking for pieces.
I have.
Do you have more ornate? Oh, sorry, I jumped the gun. What is your ornate item?
I have these little pretty corners. I don't know if they have a name. Pretty page corners is what I call them, and also my frame up there around the moon.
Are those like flat metal?
They are
like page corners.
Printed metal.
Printed metal?
I printed them out. I don't own any. And I did not have time for shipping, so.
Okay.
I just printed them out. My pages are glued together.
Ruh-roh. Get them apart. Did you get them?
Yeah.
So, textured paper.
Mine is this blue wrinkle. It's wrinkled, and I kind of inked it so you could see the wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
But it's wrinkled. So that's my texture paper.
What's the blue paper from? It looks like a back of like the cover of a spiral notebook or something.
It is. It's just regular printer paper. I found it at Goodwill, and I had that inevitable crafter thought of, oh, I could use that. And I have, this is the first time I've touched it since I bought it.
Huh. Oh, those aren't holes. Those are your stitches.
Oh, gotcha. I see where your brain was at.
Yeah, it looks like a tear out from a spiral notebook.
Nice.
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 I have an embossed paper down here with little footy prints that I went over with the ink to help them stand out. Also kind of goes with the beach, leaving footprints in the sand. Since I covered all the footprints that were on the paper. Flower or plant?
I have a bunch, actually. I got my trees on my legs, but I also have this like lavender sticker, and it's 3D, so my book's really going to struggle to close. And this paper that I found in my stash with a bunch of leaves on it.
Oh, cool.
I used something I already had?
What?
No way.
So I have mushrooms or toadstools. I don't know the difference between the two. Was also in the same stashed envelope that I found these in. long lost, printed long ago things. So that's my plant. A clothing tag.
I have 1, 2, and then I have this thing back here that also kind of looks like a clothing tag.
Sweet. I got mine here. And then I went around my clothing tag with sewing stitches. There.
Oh, I like it.
I see. Now I know your stitches are not holes in your paper.
Yeah.
And then my
on this too. Stitchies.
Oh, cute. So my holder is my embossed paper down here to hold my prompts. And it looks like you made like a side pocket.
It is glued on this week.
Oh. Was that an afterthought or a planned thought?
It was planned.
Kind of planned.
Kind of planned.
Fun. So that's 29 and 30. Hopefully we can get back on to our regularly scheduled Tuesday evenings. Which, with the exception of, I'm sure there's going to be a couple times where, oh, now you logged onto your Facebook.
It's funny. I've got both of them going.
What?
I said it's pretty funny. I've got both of them going. I have my YouTube and my Facebook.
It's funny because it only shows me one person on YouTube, so it doesn't count the Facebook people as
rude
viewers.
Oops.
So next week, you have your prompts cut out for next week.
I do. Hold on. Yoink.
Yoink. Yoink.
Yoink. Zoinks.
Why is it so shiny?
It's because my light. I have a light on for once.
So I know, but your paper looks like it's all glossy.
Huh. Manufacturing error.
Yeah, it looks like you printed it on like photo paper or you covered it with plastic or something. It's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to look back, watch the video at the end. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can see. It's up on my monitor.
You see how it's shiny?
Yeah. Focus.
That's weird.
Focus.
Did you just tell me to focus?
No, I was telling my camera to focus.
Oh. Don't tell me what to do. So week 31, an architectural element, stained paper, a doll or a toy, something in vibrant red, something imaginary. The bonus item is a piece of coloring book page.
Weep, weep.
So brain your brain. And if there's any of that you need me to bring with me tomorrow, so you have them for next week.
Stained paper.
Stained paper? Do you have a particular color?
Vibrant red. No, any color.
I don't have any vibrant red that's stained. I've got purple, kind of a creamy, like with onion skins. I've got the blue.
Never mind. I'll save that for next week.
Yeah, I got the bright blue tea stain and coffee stained, obviously. So think about it and let me know what you want me to bring ya. Carl!
He's still a king.
Deli King.
Oh, snatched.
Oh, did he go for plastic surgery in Turkey?
I stole his crown.
Ooh.
I need to get him a new costume, but I don't know what to make him yet.
Let's see. It's July.
August. I can make these little. Never mind.
Okay.
I can make him a fair costume.
You could.
I had a thought, and then I was like, nah, I'll just save it.
Save it. All righty. Well, that will conclude our 29 and 30 catch up of Marguerite Miller. Tune in next week. What?
Mustard.
Mustard?
It's not ketchup, it's mustard.
Oh, smarty butt. So we'll see you next Tuesday for week 31. Sorry, my brain went somewhere else. For week 31. And gather your prompts together. So if you can get your stuff together, you can join us next week and craft along with us.
Do it.
Do it.
Flash warning.
All right. So we will talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, please, as well as the like button, get us and keep us in the crafting algorithm so that more people see what we're doing. And we will talk to you in the next video. Bye.
Toodles.